Hey Vikings Nation! What's going on, Skull family? If you're a true fan of the Minnesota Vikings, you might want to sit down for this one. Because today's story is one of those off-season twists that could completely shake up the future of the team. Imagine waking up and hearing that a former number 1 overall pick quarterback might be heading to Minnesota. Sounds wild, right? Well, rumors started exploding online claiming that Kyler Murray had signed with the Vikings to compete for the starting job. Instantly, Vikings fans everywhere started asking the same question. Is Minnesota really bringing in a former Pro Bowler to challenge their young quarterback? But here's where things get interesting, because when you start digging deeper into this story, the situation may not be exactly what it seems. So today we're breaking down the rumors, the facts, and what this could mean for the Vikings quarterback room. And trust me, the truth might surprise you. First, let's talk about where this story started. Reports began circulating online claiming that the Vikings had signed Kyler Murray to compete with Mccarthy for the starting quarterback job next season. According to the rumor, the team wanted real competition at the position after a season filled with injuries and inconsistency. The narrative spread quickly because, on paper, it actually sounded believable. Murray is a two-time Pro Bowler with more than 20,000 passing yards and over 120 touchdown passes in his career. When you combine that with his dynamic running ability, it's easy to see why fans would get excited about the idea of him in purple and gold. Adding even more fuel to the fire, Murray reportedly posted a photo on social media wearing Vikings gear next to a childhood picture of himself in a Vikings uniform. For fans, that was enough to start imagining the possibility that Minnesota might be preparing one of the most unexpected quarterback moves of the offseason. But Vikings fans, here's the key detail that changes everything. As of now, there is no official confirmation from the Vikings organization that Kyler Murray has actually signed with the team. And when major moves happen in the NFL, they are usually reported immediately by trusted insiders. The idea that Arizona Cardinals would simply release a quarterback like Murray without massive national coverage also raises some serious questions about the credibility of this report. A former number 1 overall pick hitting the market would instantly become the biggest story in football. So at this moment, this situation looks much more like speculation and viral rumor than confirmed news. And that's important because Vikings fans have seen plenty of wild off-season rumors before that never actually turned into reality. Now let's step back and look at the Vikings quarterback situation that made this rumor spread so quickly in the first place. Minnesota invested heavily in the future when they drafted Mccarthy with the 10th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Unfortunately, McCarthy's start in the NFL has been anything but smooth. He missed his entire rookie season with a torn meniscus and then dealt with multiple injuries again last year, limiting his opportunities to develop and gain experience on the field. When he finally did play, the numbers were mixed. McCarthy finished with a 57.6% completion rate, 1,632 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. Those flashes of potential were there, but the consistency simply wasn't. And because of that, many Vikings fans have been debating whether the team should bring in veteran competition. When a young quarterback struggles with timing, accuracy, and decision-making, sometimes the best thing a team can do is add pressure to accelerate development. That's why the idea of a player like Kyler Murray entering the picture instantly grabbed attention. Murray at his best is electric. His ability to extend plays, throw on the run, and attack defenses with his legs once made him one of the most dangerous dual-threat quarterbacks in the league. But even in that scenario, the Vikings would have to weigh the risks. Murray has struggled with injuries and hasn't completed a full season in several years, which raises concerns about durability moving forward. Another layer to this situation is the front office shakeup happening in Minnesota right now. Former general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah was reportedly fired this offseason, creating uncertainty around the team's long-term roster strategy. With no permanent replacement yet, longtime Vikings executive Rob Brzezinski has been helping run football operations in the interim. That kind of transition can often lead to speculation about major roster changes. Whenever leadership changes happen in the NFL, fans naturally start wondering whether bold moves could be coming. And that environment makes rumors like the Kyler Murray story spread even faster across the football world. There's also another quarterback on the roster that fans shouldn't forget about: Max Brosmer, the former undrafted quarterback from the University of Minnesota, saw limited action last season. Unfortunately, when Brosmer did step on the field, he looked even more overwhelmed than McCarthy. The speed of the NFL game clearly presented a challenge, which is normal for undrafted rookies trying to prove themselves. Still, his presence highlights an important reality. The Vikings' quarterback room lacks proven stability right now, which is exactly why fans are so eager to hear about any potential upgrades or competition. And here's the truth, Vikings Nation. Even if the Kyler Murray rumor turns out to be false, the underlying idea might still be real. The Vikings have openly suggested this offseason that they want competition at quarterback. That doesn't necessarily mean Murray specifically, but it could mean a veteran free agent or even a quarterback selected in the upcoming draft. Teams rarely hand the starting job to a young quarterback without at least some level of competition, especially when that quarterback has dealt with injuries and inconsistent play early in his career. The Vikings want to win now, and that means every position, especially quarterback, must earn its spot. So what do you think, Skol Nation? If the Vikings had the chance to bring in Kyler Murray, would you want to see him compete with J.J. McCarthy for the starting job? Do you believe McCarthy just needs more time to develop? Or do you think Minnesota should seriously consider adding a veteran quarterback to push him? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is one of the biggest debates surrounding the Vikings right now, and I want to hear what the real fans think about the future of this team. And before you go, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Minnesota Vikings news. We're covering every rumor, every move, and every update as this crazy offseason unfolds. Share this video with another Vikings fan who needs to hear about this quarterback drama. Because if something big really does happen in Minnesota, you know we'll be here breaking it down first. Until next time, Skol Vikings. Purple Heart American Football.